Okay, hi, I'm Victoria Robert, and I chose question number 2 on the Chapter 2 review sheet. So, question 2 is define the piecewise function for this graph. And so, this is already graphed. So you graph the first, I guess, piecewise function equation at -3 and -1, and -3 has a closed circle, and then -1 has an open circle, and then this one's more like a parabola, so this one was graphed at -1, 1 at the origin, 1, 1, and then at 2, 4. So first, in order, we're going to find the equation of this line. So first, in order to find the equation, we have to plug in the equation to point-slope form. So it would be y equals, and we know this has a slope of -1/2 because it goes down 1 and over 2, and so y equals -1/2. And then since we're using point slope, we're going to use this point on the equation, which is -3, 0. So it would be x plus 3 in parentheses plus 0. So that's that to find the equation for that form. And then when we multiply -1/2 with x, so then we would get -1/2 x for the slope, minus, when you multiply -1/2 times 3, -3 over 2. So then that can go down here where we have to write out the piecewise function. So -1/2 x minus 3 over 2. And so then we go back to this function, and we can see that it's a closed circle at -3. So then back down here, then we would do, so -3 is -3 is less than or equal to x. And then for the other second part of the domain, then or the second part of the equation, the other endpoint is open at -1. So then it would be oops. Okay, so it would be open, so it would just be a greater than sign. So the domain for this would be -3 is less than or equal to x, which is less than -1. So then for the next piecewise function on this graph, this is a parabola, so that would just be x squared. And so then all the I guess points on this function, everything is greater than -1, so the domain would just be if x is greater than or equal to -1. And so then the piecewise function of this graph would be -1/2 x minus 3 over 2 if -3 is less than or equal to x, which is less than -1, and x squared if x is greater than or equal to -1. And so that's the problem. Thanks for watching.